very much. And all of this heat means that you need to protect your pets.
It's important. This comes on the heels, in fact, of a report that a dog suffered heat stroke yesterday. And we're joined by Dr. Jessica Urbanas, the head of Piper Memorial Emergency Room. So, Doctor, we certainly appreciate your time. I want to ask you first, just give us a quick overview. What are things pet owners should keep in mind in this extreme heat?
So the reminders we give to pet owners is that when you're feeling the heat, the pets are feeling it more than you. They have a fur coat, so whenever you're feeling warm, they're feeling warmer. And animals that have short noses, animals that are young, animals that are old, animals that are a bit overweight are going to be more susceptible to heat stroke than the average animal.
How common is it to see pets during the summer months have heat-related illnesses and injuries, would you say?
It's actually pretty common. I'd say we see heat-related illnesses about once a week, sometimes more, especially on those days where it spikes up into the 90s or 100s. So I would say it's pretty common. You know, we see it quite frequently through the emergency room.
So then what are things pet owners can do to protect their pets? What do they need to do on a daily basis to make sure their pets don't get any kind of illness or injury related to the heat?
So the best things that you can do is if you have air conditioning, to keep the pets inside in the air conditioning, and particularly on days where it spikes up pretty hot. If they're not used to being in warm temperatures, keep that and keep inside. Minimize walks during those really hot days. If you do need to walk them before it becomes really hot out. And like I said, keep in mind if you do have things like bulldogs, Boston Terriers, French bulldogs, those animals that are going to be really susceptible to high heat, make sure that we keep those guys in particular inside. If you do notice that they're getting hot, make sure that you put them in water, make sure they have access to really cold water throughout the day. Those are things that can really help those patients.
So, Doctor, I'm just curious about something you said just a minute ago, and we just have a few seconds left, but I wanted to ask you, what is it about dogs with short snouts that makes them more susceptible here?
They have a bit of a narrowed airway, so therefore they just can't pant as effectively as dogs that have a little bit of a longer airway. We just can't see those guys expel heat the way that a normal dog can. So they just tend to kind of overheat a lot more than the dogs like Labradors and that type of thing that have a little bit of a longer nose. So those guys in particular tend to be the ones that we see that come in with more significant heat stroke injuries.
So important right now, especially because we're not used to the heat right now. It's only April, so a reminder that we really need to take care of our pets for sure. Dr. Urbanas, thank you very much.
You got it, guys.